Have you ever felt the immense pressure to be intelligent, to have all the answers, to grasp complex ideas instantly? In our world, intelligence is often placed on a pedestal, a shining beacon of human capability. We admire it, strive for it, and perhaps sometimes feel we fall short. But what if this focus, this intense valuation of pure intellect, misses something even more fundamental, more powerful? We often associate genius with figures like Albert Einstein, a name synonymous with extraordinary intelligence. His theories reshaped our understanding of the universe. It's natural to assume that such breakthroughs are born solely from a colossal intellect, a mind operating on a plane far beyond our own. But Einstein himself pointed towards a different source for his remarkable insights. He once famously stated, "I have no special talent. I'm only passionately curious." This is a profound statement from one of history's greatest minds, not a declaration of supreme intelligence, but an ode to curiosity. It challenges our conventional wisdom, suggesting that the relentless pursuit of understanding, the humble act of questioning, might be the true wellspring of discovery. So what does it truly mean for curiosity to beat intelligence? It's not about devaluing intelligence. Intelligence is a powerful tool, a capacity for reasoning, learning, and problem-solving. It allows us to comprehend and process information. But intelligence on its own can sometimes be a well-furnished room, filled with existing knowledge, yet with its doors and windows closed. Curiosity, in contrast, is the force that flings open those doors and windows. It's the unquenchable desire to know, to explore, to understand what lies beyond the current confines of our knowledge. It doesn't just accept the information within the room. It yearns to discover the landscape outside, to see what else is possible. Intelligence might tell you what something is based on established facts and definitions. It can categorize and analyze with precision. For example, intelligence can define a tree, list its species, and explain its biology. This is undeniably useful, a foundation upon which understanding is built, but it's a description of the known. Curiosity, however, asks, why is the tree like this? Or what if it were different? It wonders about the unseen roots, the history of its growth, its connection to the ecosystem. It doesn't stop at the definition. It seeks the story, the context, the deeper interconnectedness. This questioning expands the boundaries of understanding. Consider the process of learning. Intelligence allows us to absorb information presented to us. We can memorize facts, understand theories, and replicate procedures. This is how traditional education often works. But true, deep learning, the kind that sticks and transforms us, is ignited by curiosity. When curiosity is engaged, learning becomes an active pursuit, not a passive reception. You are driven to find out. You seek out new information, ask challenging questions, and connect new ideas to what you already know. This intrinsic motivation makes learning more effective and far more enjoyable. Intelligence can sometimes be content with the first plausible answer. Once a problem seems solved, the intellect might move on. It seeks efficiency and closure. But curiosity is rarely satisfied so easily. It prods further, asking, is this the only answer? Is there another perspective? What are we missing? This relentless questioning, driven by curiosity, is what often leads to breakthroughs. It pushes past the obvious, challenging assumptions and unearthing hidden layers of understanding. Many great discoveries weren't made because someone was simply smart, but because they were insatiably curious about an anomaly or an unanswered question. Think about facing a complex problem. High intelligence can bring analytical power to bear, breaking the problem down into its components. This is valuable, but if the existing tools or knowledge sets are insufficient, intelligence alone can hit a wall, leading to frustration. Curiosity in such a situation acts differently. It encourages looking outside the current framework. It asks, what if we approached this from a completely different angle? What other fields of knowledge might offer a clue? It seeks novel connections and unconventional paths. Intelligence can sometimes be associated with a fear of being wrong. If one's identity is tied to being the smart one, mistakes can feel like failures of that identity. This fear can stifle experimentation and risk-taking, crucial elements for growth and innovation. Curiosity, however, often reframes mistakes as learning opportunities. The curious mind sees an unexpected outcome not as a failure, but as new information, a clue, a stepping stone. That didn't work, I wonder why. What can I learn from this? This resilience is vital for tackling difficult challenges. Albert Einstein himself embraced this. His journey towards the theory of relativity was filled with thought experiments, questioning established physics, and pursuing ideas that seemed counterintuitive. It wasn't just his intellect calculating equations, but his profound curiosity about the nature of space, time, and gravity. Intelligence often operates within existing paradigms. It masters the rules of the current game. This is essential for functioning effectively in many areas of life. But true paradigm shifts, the revolutionary ideas that change the game itself, are often born from a curiosity that dares to question the very foundations. Curiosity is the engine of creativity. By its very nature, it seeks out the novel and the unknown. It encourages making connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, leading to innovative solutions and artistic expressions. Intelligence can execute a plan, but curiosity often dreams up the plan in the first place. Furthermore, intelligence can sometimes be specialized, deeply focused in one area. While expertise is valuable, curiosity often fosters a broader range of interests. This interdisciplinary approach allows the curious mind to draw insights from diverse fields, leading to more holistic and innovative thinking. Imagine knowledge as a series of islands. Intelligence allows us to deeply explore and map each individual island. Curiosity, however, builds the bridges between them. It's the drive to see how these separate domains connect, how they influence each other, creating a richer, more integrated understanding of the whole. One could argue that intelligence is a measure of potential, while curiosity is a measure of engagement. You can possess immense intellectual potential, but if it's not activated and directed by a curious spirit, it may lie dormant or underutilized. Curiosity is the spark that ignites potential into actual achievement. Einstein's passionate curiosity wasn't just a quaint personality trait, it was fundamental to his scientific method. He would immerse himself in thought experiments, playfully exploring the implications of an idea, driven by a deep need to understand how the universe worked. This playful exploration is a hallmark of curiosity. Intelligence can sometimes lead to intellectual rigidity. Once a certain level of understanding or expertise is achieved, there can be a reluctance to accept new information that contradicts established beliefs. The ego can become invested in being right. Curiosity, on the other hand, fosters intellectual humility. The truly curious person understands that there is always more to learn. They are open to being wrong, because being wrong is simply an opportunity to discover something new. This openness is crucial for continuous growth. Think about the questions children ask. Why is the sky blue? How do birds fly? They are driven by an innate, uninhibited curiosity. As we grow older, societal pressures and the emphasis on knowing can sometimes dampen this natural inquisitiveness. We are taught to have answers, not just questions. Reclaiming and nurturing that childlike curiosity is key. It's about allowing yourself to wonder, to explore without a predefined goal, simply for the joy of discovery. This isn't about abandoning intelligence, but about supercharging it with a boundless thirst for understanding. Intelligence might help you solve a puzzle with a known solution, but curiosity helps you to even see the puzzle in the first place, especially when it's hidden in plain sight, disguised as an everyday phenomenon or an accepted norm. It spots the anomalies that others overlook. So if curiosity is so powerful, how do we cultivate it? It begins with a conscious decision to be more observant, to ask more questions, especially the why and what if questions. Challenge your own assumptions and the assumptions of those around you. Step outside your comfort zone. Explore subjects and ideas that are new to you. Read widely, listen to different perspectives, engage in conversations that stretch your mind. Every new piece of knowledge can become a catalyst for further curiosity, opening up new avenues of inquiry. Embrace the beginner's mind. Even in areas where you consider yourself knowledgeable, try to approach things as if you are seeing them for the first time. This freshness of perspective can unlock new insights that expertise alone might obscure. It keeps the mind agile and receptive. Curiosity thrives on novelty and stimulus. Don't be afraid to follow where your interests lead, even if they seem unconventional or unproductive at first. Sometimes the most fruitful paths are the ones that are initially a little bit hidden, a little bit off the beaten track. When faced with a setback, a curious mind doesn't just see failure, it sees a puzzle. Why didn't this work as expected? What can I change? What underlying principle am I misunderstanding? This reframing turns obstacles into opportunities for deeper learning. Intelligence can provide you with a map of known territories. It can tell you the safest and most efficient routes. This is incredibly valuable for navigation in established domains. But what happens when you need to venture beyond the map? That's where curiosity takes over. Curiosity is the compass that guides you into the uncharted wilderness, the terra incognita. It's the desire to see what lies beyond the horizon, to discover new lands of knowledge and understanding, even when the path is uncertain. Intelligence can give you the tools for a specific task. If you need to build a house, intelligence provides the architectural knowledge and engineering skills. But curiosity might ask, what other kinds of shelters are possible? How can we build in a way that's more harmonious with nature? This questioning of the status quo, driven by curiosity, is essential for progress. Without it, we would simply replicate the past. Innovation in any field relies on individuals who are curious enough to imagine different possibilities and tenacious enough to explore them. Consider the arts. While technical skill, a form of intelligence, is crucial for an artist, it is curiosity that often fuels the most compelling and original work. Curiosity about human emotion, about form, about color, about story, these are the wellsprings of artistic inspiration. In interpersonal relationships, too, curiosity plays a vital role. Being genuinely curious about another person, their thoughts, feelings, experiences, fosters deeper connection and understanding. It's more powerful than simply being smart in a conversation. Intelligence can sometimes lead to quick judgments based on patterns and past experiences. Curiosity, however, encourages us to suspend judgment, to listen more deeply, and to appreciate the unique perspective of others, even if it challenges our own. The statement, "Curiosity beats intelligence every time," isn't about a competition where one must lose. Rather, it suggests that curiosity is the more fundamental, enabling quality. Intelligence is a powerful capacity, but curiosity is what directs that capacity towards growth, discovery, and true wisdom. Imagine a vast, unread library. Intelligence is the ability to read any book within it, but curiosity is the burning desire to open every single book, to explore every shelf, to understand how all the stories and knowledge interrelate. Without that desire, the library's potential remains largely untapped. Intelligence can provide sophisticated answers, but curiosity excels at formulating profound questions. And often, the quality of our questions determines the depth of our understanding far more than the immediate availability of answers. A good question can open entire new fields of inquiry. Einstein's work was a testament to this. His questions about light, gravity, and the fabric of spacetime were revolutionary. The intellectual power was there to pursue the answers, but it was the initial, profound curiosity that set him on that extraordinary path. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and adapt is paramount. Specific knowledge can become outdated. Intelligence tied to old information can be a liability. But curiosity, the drive to continuously learn and explore, is timelessly valuable. It ensures ongoing adaptation. Curiosity keeps our minds flexible and open. An intelligent mind might build a strong fortress of beliefs. A curious mind, however, prefers to live in a tent, always ready to move, to explore new terrains of thought, to adapt its understanding as new evidence emerges. The joy of discovery is a powerful motivator. Intelligence can bring satisfaction from solving a problem, but curiosity offers the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of venturing into the unknown, and the sheer wonder of uncovering something new. This intrinsic reward fuels persistence. When we are truly curious, effort feels less like work and more like play. Think of a hobby you are passionate about. You delve into it, learn about it, practice it for hours, not because you have to, but because you are genuinely interested. That's curiosity in action. This intrinsic motivation is far more sustainable than external pressures or even the desire to appear intelligent. It comes from within, a gentle but persistent flame that guides your learning and exploration throughout life. Intelligence can be measured, quantified, and ranked. This often leads to comparison and competition. Curiosity, however, is a personal journey. It's about your own unique sense of wonder, your own questions, your own path of discovery. It is inherently non-competitive. If intelligence is the sharpness of the blade, curiosity is the warrior spirit that wields it with purpose and courage. A sharp blade is useless without the intent and drive to use it effectively. Curiosity provides that driving force. So, how can we actively nurture this powerful trait in our daily lives? Start by noticing what genuinely piques your interest, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Give yourself permission to explore those little sparks of intrigue. Make a habit of asking why more often. Not in an argumentative way, but with genuine interest. Question the things you take for granted. Look beneath the surface of everyday objects, events, and ideas. Read books or watch documentaries on subjects completely outside your field of expertise or usual interests. You might be surprised by what captures your imagination and how it connects back to what you already know in unexpected ways. Engage in conversations with people who have different backgrounds and perspectives. Listen more than you speak. Try to understand their worldview. Every person you meet holds a universe of experiences and knowledge that can broaden your own. Don't be afraid to say, "I don't know." In fact, embrace it. "I don't know" is not an admission of failure. It's the very starting point of all curiosity and learning. It's an invitation to find out. Try a new skill or hobby. The process of learning something new from scratch, fumbling, making mistakes, and gradually improving is a fantastic way to exercise your curiosity and develop a growth mindset. Pay attention to your environment. Go for a walk and consciously observe things you've never noticed before: the architecture of buildings, the types of plants, the way light falls. There are wonders hidden in the mundane, waiting for a curious eye. Keep a journal of your questions and observations. You don't need to answer them all immediately. Just the act of articulating your curiosities can deepen your engagement with the world and spark further inquiry. Curiosity is not a rare gift bestowed upon a chosen few. It is an innate human quality, present in all of us from birth. It may get buried under layers of routine, responsibility, or the fear of appearing ignorant, but it is always there, waiting to be reawakened. When we value curiosity over the mere appearance of intelligence, we create a culture that is more open to learning, more tolerant of mistakes, and more encouraging of exploration and innovation. This benefits not just individuals, but society as a whole. Intelligence might help you pass the test, but curiosity helps you understand the subject deeply and retain it for life. One focuses on performance, the other on genuine understanding. Which one do you think leads to more lasting fulfillment? The pursuit of intelligence can sometimes be isolating, a solitary climb up a competitive ladder. The pursuit of curiosity, however, is often connective. It leads to shared explorations, discussions, and a collective sense of wonder. Think of the most interesting people you know. Are they necessarily the ones with the highest IQs? Or are they the ones who are endlessly inquisitive, always learning, always exploring, always full of interesting questions and stories? Intelligence can be like a powerful but stationary lighthouse, illuminating a fixed area. Curiosity is like a ship, equipped with its own light, constantly exploring new waters and discovering new shores, expanding the known world. It's important to remember that Einstein didn't say he lacked intelligence. He simply prioritized, or perhaps recognized as more fundamental, his passionate curiosity. It was the engine. His intellect was the finely tuned vehicle. The beauty of curiosity is its accessibility. While levels of innate intelligence may vary, the capacity for curiosity can be cultivated and strengthened by anyone, at any age. It is a democratic path to wisdom and growth. When you approach life with curiosity, the world becomes a place of endless fascination. Every day offers new opportunities for discovery, learning, and wonder. It transforms the mundane into the magical. Frustration and boredom often arise from a lack of engagement, a feeling of stagnation. Curiosity is the antidote. By constantly seeking, questioning, and exploring, you keep your mind active, engaged, and alive. So the next time you feel inadequate because you don't know something or daunted by the perceived intelligence of others, remember Einstein's words. Shift your focus from "how smart am I?" to "how curious can I be?" This shift in perspective is incredibly empowering. It means that the keys to understanding and growth are not locked away in some vault of genius, but are readily available to you through your own innate ability to wonder and explore. Challenge yourself this week. Pick one thing you know little about but are mildly interested in. Spend just 15 minutes learning something new about it. Notice how that small act of curiosity feels and what it might spark. Ask one why question today about something you usually take for granted. It could be about a societal norm, a natural phenomenon, or even your own habits. Let your mind wander with the possibilities. Remember, intelligence is a wonderful asset, a gift to be nurtured. But it finds its truest power, its most expansive reach, when it is fueled and guided by the enduring, insatiable flame of curiosity. Curiosity doesn't just seek answers, it revels in the questions themselves. It finds joy in the process of exploration, in the journey towards understanding as much as in the destination. This makes the pursuit of knowledge a lifelong adventure. When you allow curiosity to lead, you'll find that learning becomes less of a chore and more of an intrinsic delight. You'll uncover connections and insights that rote memorization or passive learning could never reveal. This is why curiosity truly does beat intelligence, not by negating it but by elevating it. It transforms intelligence from a static quality into a dynamic, ever-expanding force for personal growth and discovery. Embrace your inner explorer, nurture your sense of wonder, ask bold questions. The universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled by those who are passionately curious. This is the legacy of thinkers like Einstein. So let your curiosity be your compass. Let it guide you to new knowledge, new skills, and new perspectives. It is a superpower that resides within you, waiting to be unleashed. The world needs more curious minds, now more than ever. People who are willing to question, to explore, to learn, and to connect ideas in novel ways to solve the complex challenges we face. Your curiosity is a gift not just to yourself, but to the world. In the end, it is not the accumulation of facts that defines a wise and fulfilled life, but the perpetual journey of discovery fueled by an open and curious heart. Intelligence provides the tools, but curiosity charts the course for a life of endless learning and wonder. The capacity to wonder is one of our most profound human traits. It drives art, science, philosophy, and personal growth. Cherish it, feed it, let it illuminate your path. For in the dance between knowing and questioning, curiosity often leads the way to deeper truths. Think of curiosity as the appetite of the mind. A healthy appetite leads to nourishment and growth. Intelligence is the ability to digest the information, but curiosity is what makes you seek out the richest, most varied, and most life-sustaining intellectual foods. The next time you face something unknown, instead of feeling intimidated by what you don't know, try to feel excited by the opportunity to learn. Reframe the unknown as an invitation from the universe, a beckoning towards new understanding. The wisdom of Einstein's simple admission, "I am only passionately curious," resonates because it democratizes the pursuit of knowledge. It tells us that extraordinary insight is not solely the domain of genius, but is accessible to anyone willing to cultivate a curious spirit. Let this be an invitation to reignite your own passionate curiosity. What are you curious about right now? What question, if you pursued it, might open up a new world of understanding for you? The adventure begins with that single, humble inquiry. So, while intelligence is a remarkable faculty, it is the relentless, open-hearted spirit of curiosity that propels us forward, that unlocks deeper understanding, and that truly enriches our engagement with the vast wonder of existence. It is, indeed, the spark that ignites the flame of wisdom. Cultivate that spark, protect it, let it grow. For in a world that often prioritizes answers, the courage to keep asking questions, driven by genuine curiosity, is perhaps the most intelligent way to live. The journey of curiosity has no final destination, only an ever-expanding horizon of discovery. Embrace this endless unfolding. It is where true growth and profound joy are found. Let your wonder be your guide. Remember, the greatest tool you possess for understanding the universe and your place within it is not just the power of your intellect, but the insatiable, joyful, and boundless reach of your curiosity. Stay curious, question deeply, explore freely, for in that simple, passionate pursuit you will find that understanding, wisdom, and a richer life will inevitably follow. The adventure of knowing is, above all, an adventure of curiosity.